one of the only. So anyways, broadcasting live. Hold on, listen. Here we go. I think we have. Do we have everything up now? Yes. Okay. We have the Sam Cam up here. This is on Facebook, YouTube, and X, otherwise known as Twitter. And then over here, yes, the Sam Cam over here at Sam Newsman on Instagram. Yeah, okay, so everything's up and running. Anyways, here we are broadcasting live, the only radio show dedicated to the magic and nostalgia of Saturday morning, hosted by me, a real media puppet, the most trusted puppet in media, reporting since Roswell, Sam Newsman. It is, like I said, 10:25 here on the 25th day. It's 10:25 here on the 25th day of November. 11/25/23, 10:25. That's what the clock says over there. And listen, we had just an amazing conversation a few moments ago with Deep Cut Dave. Now, Professor Deep Cut Dave. And if you didn't hear it, then you just missed out. You missed out on everything. We talked about Mystery Science Theater 3000, which just celebrated its anniversary, 35 years. I think it was 35. It's 35 or 37. I don't know. He'll text me. He'll let me know in case I mess it up. Well, that's why you have the professor. The professor is there to just make sure that I stay sharp. Because listen, I come across so much information. I come across so much information as a real media puppet that I sometimes need to have accountability. And you might say, well, Sam, who keeps you accountable for nostalgia? Well, it's none other than Professor Deep Cut Dave. Yes, keeping me accountable every single Saturday morning. Like I said, usually what we do is we do it at about 9:30. 9:30-ish or so when Dave calls in. But the great thing is that next week, I believe we're going to start getting him in at 10:30 because we're going to be playing so many Christmas deep cut themes that we're going to have to sit there and go over all of them with him. And maybe we might not even go over all of them. We just might even hit a few of them. But the Professor Deep Cut Dave Vault will be opened next week. Yes, all hail Lord Blanket. Lord Blanket's real. I kept telling everyone a long time ago, shout out to Bing Bong Toys, shout out to, Dip Shizzle? Dip Shizzle. I like that. That's a great name, Dip Shizzle. War W94, Big M, Ash Bailey, DFS. Anyway, so yeah, so I got people all over the place. We've got some people over here. Get out of my way, microphone. Good grief. What were you guys doing over there? And the guys, listen, before they sat there and ran on the other side of the glass, they're sitting there messing around with the microphone here a few moments ago, and you guys can't get it. Why do I have to do everything myself? Why do I have to do everything myself? Well, listen. Well, they said, well, you're the award winner, Sam, not us. Well, that is true. I am the award-winning radio show host here for Saturday morning. Yeah. Third place, yeah, it's bronze, the bronze medal. So what is it? So if second place is first loser, so I'm second loser because I should have gotten first. You know, the only reason why the person got first is because they were so nervous. They were so nervous because I had a number. They ended up getting a number. And of course, they ended up getting the most wins. That's my buddy John. Listen, I know John personally. Listen, he does know a media puppet. Listen, I know all the media people around here. Well, at least the ones that matter at the moment. Right. Well, and I'm going to tell you. So listen, I listen. Love John. Love my buddy Jeff. Yes, he does the afternoon stuff. But you know, I can't really show up that often. No, of course I can't. No, listen, I show up and all of a sudden the whole place will go bonkers. It will. They know that it will. And so, listen, we'll kind of just continue to hang out here on the college radio airwaves. But, you know, even though we are here on college radio, the interesting thing is that, you know, you notice that the people who won first and second, those are radio show hosts that are working with corporate media and that are on 5 days a week, you know, 3-4 hours a day. And here we are as a small independent radio show on Saturday morning. and we were able to break through. There were several other morning shows that are Monday through Friday. In fact, I think the rest of them on the list were. We were the only radio show that is only here on Saturday mornings. Yeah, it's the only show on Saturday morning. And we were able to bust and break through the membrane of, if you will, the membrane of corporate media. And once again, make the top three. Yes, it's incredible. It is incredible. Sometimes you just have to pat yourself on the back. I'm going to go do that right now. Yeah, pat myself on the back. Sometimes you just have to do that. Sometimes you just have to do that because everybody sat there and said years ago, they said, Sam, listen, if you come out of retirement and go into radio, people are going to think that you're crazy. They're not going to listen to a puppet on the radio. And I said, hogwash. I said, that is not the case. What is going to happen is they're going to trust me more than they're going to trust all the other humans because all the other humans are being called puppets and they're not real puppets. Here, I'm a real media puppet giving you the news. So, of course, they're going to sit there and take me more seriously than any of those other humans that they think that are just bought and paid for. What? No, I'm not bought and paid for by Lord Blanket. What are you talking about? No, that has nothing to do with anything. Ugh. Everybody sits there and thinks that, oh, there's some benefactor. Oh, so you think now that Lord Blanket is my benefactor just because I've been telling you the whole year that he's been real, and every single time you guys were sitting there saying, "Oh, well, Sam, he's not real. He's not real. It's not the case." I'm telling you that it is the case. I've been telling you all year long that Lord Blanket was real, and you said that it was nothing but more than a myth. What? Don't sit there and try to flip the script on me and say that the whole time I was saying that he wasn't real. That's not the case. And if you do find information and you do find video, it's just AI. It's generated. It's doctored. It's not me. I've been telling you the whole time Lord Blanket is real. And if you find any other video outside of this that has me saying it, I'm telling you what, that's AI right now. It's not me. It's AI. It's not me. Listen, I tell you what, this whole computer thing, yeah, who knows? What do you mean AI can't sit there and AI has the ability to sit there and manipulate me to make it look like that I'm saying something that I didn't say, right? No, of course not. Well, no, AI can't control the puppet. No, 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 no. I'm actually a real, alive, breathing. Yeah, see, like I'm a real puppet. No funny business behind the scenes here. No, well, listen, been doing this since Roswell. What are you guys talking about back there? They're just sitting there saying, "Well, Sam, you're just full of hot air." Not full of hot air. What do you? This is ridiculous. You see, there's a reason why I don't have you guys. There's a lot of radio shows that has, the producer, the guy on the other side of the glass talking. There's a reason why you guys don't get to talk on the other side of the glass, because the nonsense that you say here in my ear that I hear, if they heard that, if they heard how much smack talk you were talking to me, yeah, what kiss your mother with that mouth, right? No, yeah, see, listen, I'm not going to sit there and have to. Well, we also have FCC regulations. No, we do. So listen. I'm not going to turn on your microphones, guys. You guys are a bunch of amateurs behind the glass over there. Amateurs, and that's the reason why we have the two guys in the black suits. What? What do you mean that? No. You mean the black suits guys are there because General Shu has them there for me? What does that mean? No, well, okay, so fine. Okay, so the guys in the black suits, are there to keep me in line. Yeah, whatever. They're probably there to keep you guys in line. I think that the General Shu trusts me. He trusts me. He hasn't called in a while. We'll have to get him back on here pretty soon. And also the future collector, right? What the heck's going on with the future? Obviously, something's going down. 2024 is coming around, and he keeps talking about the way that things used to be. Haven't had him call in a while. I guess maybe the signal in the future isn't up to where it needs to be. But that's okay. That's okay. We'll make sure that. I can't sit there and reach out to him. He's in the future. We're just gonna have to keep our fingers crossed. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out maybe eventually. What? Listen, I don't want General Shu calling in right now. Listen, we're doing too much. Listen, we're on the mission. The mission is okay. The mission is okay. In fact, the mission is so okay, you might be sitting there thinking, well, Sam, how can I follow you every day? Well, that's very simple. At Sam Newsman on social media. That is at Sam Newsman all over social media. And if you follow me on social media, you will see that I do a newsreel every single day. Every single day, I do a newsreel, educating the masses about the news and the news of the day, the only way a real media puppet knows how to do. And I sit there and I just try to just be as honest and open and transparent. And I tell you, every single week, every single day, I have people contact me saying, Sam, you are doing the Lord's work. And you know what? As a real media puppet, I feel that myself. I do. I do. I am doing the Lord's work as being a real media puppet, giving you media every single day. I say that because we are almost at 8,500 followers on TikTok. Well, because TikTok is so bad, we can't use TikTok. TikTok is evil. I will say, all I do is post videos on TikTok because every time I go live on TikTok, they ban me. In fact, they banned a video the other day. I think I have more videos banned on TikTok than probably anybody else who's been on TikTok. And I don't understand that because I'm not sitting there getting up in front of the camera and shaking my booty. No, I'm not. I'm just sitting there giving you news stories. In fact, most of the time, all I'm doing is reading headlines. If I'm just reading headlines, and then you're just going to sit there and say, oh, well, Sam, you know what? We're going to shut you down. This goes against community standards. Reading a headline from a newspaper? That's against community standards? You know what that means? All that means is that TikTok is trying to silence me. That's it. You know that they have control over the algorithm buttons. That news was released a couple months back. And yet I do have more followers on TikTok than anywhere else. Now I say that because we are on the brink of almost getting 3,800 on Instagram. Now, I will tell you, back in March of this year, we only had about 150 people. There was 150 people. We're over 3,700 now, almost 3,800, 8,500 almost on TikTok. And, as far as YouTube and Facebook and all that other stuff, nobody really cares about that. No, we do, but we're, in terms of the momentum, it seems that TikTok and Instagram is TikTok and Instagram is where the momentum seems to lie. So one of the things I do want you, if you do have Instagram, if you do have TikTok, share this around. What was that? You mean TikTok is a Chinese what? Hold on, can we pause for a moment? The whole reason why you hate TikTok and why the government hates TikTok, the reason why the government hates TikTok is because they don't have their grubby fingers in it like every other tech organization. Yeah, they have their grubby fingers and everything, and TikTok's like, no, wait a minute. Why don't you get your fingers out of why don't you take your little grubby fingers and not get into our system? Where CIA, NSA, and all those other systems trying to sit there and break the whole TikTok code, the algorithm, trying to see what's going on, and they're not letting them do it. They say, oh, well, it's just Chinese propaganda. No, all it is that your federal government can't get their grubby hands inside the TikTok, the TikTok code. Yeah, they don't have access to the TikTok code. And so they're upset. So they want to sit there and make sure that it's regulated as this, as that, as blah, 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 blah. And that's the facts. That is the facts. Another fact is that there is the Wake and Bake Picture Take this afternoon. Do you know about that? The Wake and Bake Picture Take is starting at noon today. And while you are enjoying the Wake and Bake, what was that? Oh, a Skydro Walker. Yes, that is Skydro Walker on Instagram. The Wake and Bake Picture Take. That is the official after party of Saturday Morning Radio. And the soundtrack of Wake and Bake Picture Take, you know what it is? Well, it's mixtapes. You familiar with mixtapes? Mixtapes is the show that follows this show. And today, mixtapes is going to be 2 hours. It's going to be 2 hours. We're going to just start pushing it 2 hours. I got to talk. Listen, I got to talk to the boss to make sure and just let him know, hey, this is what's going down. But you know what? He's been doing this for long enough. Been doing this for long enough that it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Well, I started doing 3 hours. And then eventually I was like, hey, listen, I've been doing 3 hours because I'm talking to people over on the West Coast and all over the world. And they were like, oh, okay, well, that's right. Well, you know what? What better way to have this show be followed up than by mixtapes? Sir Philosopher, with Sir Philosopher years ago, he used to actually do band promotions. Right. Band promotions. Yes. Promoting bands and did that, across the country, if you will, different regions of the country. And I tell you what, the thing about mixtapes is that you're going to hear songs on mixtapes that you're not going to hear anywhere else, anywhere else on any radio station. But you're going to hear it with mixtapes because Sir Philosopher has philosophized. Is it falafel? No. Is it, what? Close enough. He said close enough. Philosophized. Thought about. Yeah. Anyways, thought about. He thought about the fact that what he's doing. So this way, it's very sharp, very good show, and I do believe that you will enjoy it. So once again, Wake and Bake Picture Take Skydro with the background music being, of course, from mixtapes. I'm seeing a couple of people jumping in. Can I just say real quick a shout out to my buddy Cobra Viper? Listen, Cobra Viper 83. My producer on the other side of the glass was telling me the other day that back in the day on Saturday mornings, he would wake up and go to the skating rink. Yeah, the roller skating rink. That's where his arcade was, and Citizen Germ, right? Isn't that right? That's where he used to go, right? Okay, so Citizen Germ says that he used to always go to the skating rink and enjoyed skating and the arcade. But there is someone who he really enjoys watching his skating videos, roller skate videos, and that is Cobra Viper 83. Cobra underscore Viper 83. It's a G.I. Joe savant, by the way. And so of course it says Cobra Viper 83. So of course he's a G.I. Joe savant. But one of the things that I'm more interested in is, and the one thing that my producer says, is the roller skating videos. Roller skating is incredible. I was a fan. Well, I could never do it, but I used to like watching it. Very impressive. And I'll tell you what, Cobra Viper 83's videos on roller skating, very impressive. What was that, Germ? Yeah, Germ was just saying that his old roller skating coach would take the stops off of the skates if you used them. Yeah. Well, listen, I'll tell you what, Cobra Viper, he never uses his toe stops. All he is doing is spinning around and doing all kinds of amazing moves. It is fantastic. Fantastic. And I'll tell you what, it really is magical watching. That is the magic of Saturday morning, right? For a lot of people, right? Well, at least for you on the other side of the glass, Germ, right? Yeah, Saturday morning was not only cartoons, it was going to the skating rink and skating on a Saturday morning, playing arcade games, eating nachos at 10 o'clock in the morning, pizza. Oh my gosh. Fantastic stuff. So follow Cobra Viper 83. Listen, you're going to sit there. You're going to get jealous. You're going to get jealous about his roller skating skills. You're just going to get jealous. I'm warning you right now. But I believe that he is now starting to have T-shirts made, for his for the collective of skaters, roller skaters. I want one. Listen, I want to get a hat. Can I get a Cobra Viper skate hat? That's maybe what we need to do. So Viper, if you're out there, I want to get a hat. If you get a hat, I'll start wearing it on Saturday mornings. We'll call it the skate sesh on Saturday mornings. We'll call it the skate sesh. We'll talk about roller skating. You know what? We'll get you on every couple of weeks as I'm rocking the skate sesh hat. As far as seshes go, I have the D block sesh that I need to do. I do. Right. Yeah. Well, the D block, the Disney block. Well, I don't know about the Disney block, how that's going to work out during the next couple of weeks. The D block, everybody always likes the D block because nothing's like a big D all up in your ear. But the D block might be a little bit, I'm sure that there's a lot of Christmas stuff where we can make a D block almost every single week with different Christmas songs. And that's, like I said, that's going to be starting next week. that will be starting next week. What was that? Yes. Oh, at Sam Newsman all over social media. That's where you're going to find me. At Sam Newsman all over social media. We're going to be playing cartoon themes here in just a minute. So make sure that you're downloading the Live 365 app. Search WDCE, and you'll be able to listen to the show. The radio segments of the show, radio exclusive segments of the show, you can only listen to them on the radio. Another way to do it, I have a buddy of mine. Was it say? Yeah, right? Right. Okay, so Lone Dragon in the chat. Lone Dragon in the chat, he listens to it on WDCE.org. He listens to it on and he says that what you can do is you can listen to it on WDCE.org in a browser. Same thing what Skydro was saying earlier. Right. They listen to it in the browser, and then they can sit there and do other things while they're listening to it. So WDCE.org, or download the Live 365 app, search WDCE, and you'll be able to listen to the radio segments of the show. Now, I'm going to be back at the top of the hour. New theme song for the 11 o'clock hour. New theme song for the 11 o'clock hour. Make sure you're around for that. We're setting the standard. We're raising the bar. The only way a real media puppet knows how to do. Here at 10:45 on this 25th day of November in the year 2023. Now remember, you're listening to the only radio show dedicated to the magic and nostalgia of Saturday morning, hosted by me, a real media puppet. From the most trusted puppet in media, reporting since Roswell, I'm Sam Newsman, and this is Saturday morning.